Another of the breaking stories as we come on. This one's from the New York Times. It's about John Dowd, one of the president's personal lawyers. He will be memorialized forever, giving a one-finger salute to CNBC cameras in a piece of tape that's aired so much it's now grainy, along with the verbiage that goes with that salute. But here is what they're saying. President Trump's personal lawyer on Wednesday forwarded an email to conservative journalists, government officials, and friends that echoed secessionist Civil War propaganda and declared that the group Black Lives Matter, quote, has been totally infiltrated by terrorist groups. Quote, "You're sticking your nose in my personal email," Mr. Dowd told the Times in a brief telephone interview. "People send me things. I forward them." He then hung up. And I want to show you some of these are well-worn things you've seen. If you get any emails at all, if you're in the political world, you've probably seen this list. Robert E. Lee and George Washington, the comparison of the two. You see, so on, both own slaves. The last one, you cannot be against General Lee and be for General Washington. There literally is no difference between the two men.
See, this is what I mean, Brian. This is what I mean by saying, how is it that we're talking about this stuff? That's like crank stuff that
they both had horses too.
Yeah, they both had horses, of course, and white hair. I mean, you know, that doesn't rise to the level of being talked about on this show because it's not forwarded around by the president's lawyer. It's crazy. Have we forgotten the difference between the father of our country and the man who tried to destroy the country, a traitor to the country? It's just ridiculous. It's crazy.
Ali Velshi, since you are on duty all day and we rely on you for news during the day, you'll note, as you already have, the president has no public events tomorrow. Right. The mayor of Phoenix tonight said, "Mr. President, please postpone the rally you're supposed to have in our town next Tuesday." President tweeted, "Can't wait to see you all in Phoenix at the arena next Tuesday."
Where some people think he might pardon former Sheriff Joe Arpaio because he retweeted a report that he might do that. Now, that, again, plays to the base, right? Joe Arpaio is an anti-immigrant believer in imposing federal law and immigration law in a county in Arizona, and Arizona's been the forefront of this. So Donald Trump, when we were talking about the defeats he faces, he doesn't act like any of them are defeats. Right? He tweeted out that he's disbanding these two councils, even though one was falling apart and the other one, all the CEOs had agreed to leave. Donald Trump is going to find some corner of America in which he gets a lot of applause and standing ovations until the end, because it doesn't take that many people to fill stadiums. So I don't find that surprising. He needs to feel the love, and that's where he's going to go to get it.
So, Kimberly, we have a terrific despond that has settled in over this country, and I brought a piece of your writing out tonight. The last sentence in your last piece is, "Yesterday, Trump told us exactly who he is. Will Republicans have the courage to do the same?" I note the Capitol Dome behind you. I also note they're out of town. But do you see an outbreak of courage enough to report on tonight?
I don't see a lot yet. I mean, in all of the statements that we've seen from leaders, from Mitch McConnell to House Speaker Paul Ryan, they condemned racism, as is easy to do, but they did not condemn the president. They usually didn't even mention his name. A couple, Senator Lindsey Graham did, and said that the president's words were dividing the nation. But we will see. I think, unfortunately, it might take some other crisis, some other outbreak. Hope it doesn't happen in Phoenix, but some other clash that could lead to people getting hurt, to sort of force the hand of these lawmakers and to wake them up and to get them to understand that the president's words are having real consequences on the ground and really damaging not only putting people in danger, but really putting the principles of this country in danger.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.